announced on June 26, he was withdrawing his government's highly controversial finance bill. This followed 2 days in which tens of thousands of mostly young protesters took to the streets in nationwide rallies against the proposals contained in the country's 2024 budget. Kathleen Klaus, who has studied political violence in Kenya, unpacks what drove the protesters. Did rising prices trigger the protests in Kenya? Sharp rises in livelihood goods, especially food and fuel, often serve as a trigger for protest and social unrest. This has been documented by several academic studies. There are numerous recent examples, from the protests in Tunisia that sparked the Arab Spring to the uprisings in Chile, South Africa, and France. Yet, like elsewhere, rising prices and prospects of even higher costs are only part of the story in Kenya. What seems to have motivated such widespread outrage and collective action relates to 4 key issues. First, what is being taxed matters both materially and symbolically. The proposed taxes would have affected every segment of society, but they would have been most keenly felt by poor and working-class people. The bill proposed taxing everything from income and fuel to essential items like eggs, sanitary napkins, and disposable diapers, though amendments have removed taxes on
the continuing conversation around the content of the Finance Bill 2024, and listening keenly to the people of Kenya, who have said loudly that they want nothing to do with this Finance Bill 2024, I concede, and therefore I will not sign the 2024 Finance Bill, and it shall subsequently be withdrawn, and I have agreed with these members that that becomes our collective position. The country witnessed widespread expression of dissatisfaction with the bill as passed, regrettably resulting in the loss of life, destruction of property, and desecration of constitutional institutions. On my own behalf, and on behalf of these members and many other Kenyans, I send my condolences to the families of those who lost their loved ones in this very unfortunate manner. These members of parliament came back to us after they went to listen to the people of Kenya, and they came back and reduced the budget on their own by 146 billion shillings. Notwithstanding all these concessions, it has become evident that members of the public still insist on the need for us to make more concessions. And because I run a government, but I also lead people, and the people have spoken, I am directing for immediate further austerity measures to reduce expenditure, starting with the Office of the President, the entire presidency, and extending to the entire executive arm of government. Operational expenditure in the presidency be reduced to remove allocations for the confidential fort, reduce travel, hospitality, purchase of motor vehicles, renovations, and other expenditures. Let me also confirm that as we deal with austerity, the loud message on dealing firmly, decisively, and expeditiously with corruption is a matter that we have discussed